Okay, I'm gonna have to choose my words much more carefully. This is the second time I've recorded this. I already uploaded a video, and apparently I said some bad words. Um, let's see here. Basically, all I wanted to say was that narratives are created in the media to catch people's attention. And when they've run their course, new stories are created or purported. And the first priority of the mass media, of the mainstream media, I could call it mainstream, but it's really a corporate media, and so that's kind of a hint towards their agenda, which is to make money. Their first priority is to be competitive in a business sense, and so that means that their first priority is not to give you news. It is to give you entertainment, actually, give you something to be interested in. Depending on who you are, this entertainment could be to emphasize your own beliefs or just to freak you out. So it's not necessarily, it can't be a priority for a media institution to be in the business of truth. Also, the government, even in the best case scenario, even if you had the greatest government that was ever created in our day and age, there's no incentive to tell the public the truth. To some degree, there's incentives, but the kind of transparency that people ask of, let's say, the president is kind of ridiculous, considering that he deals in classified information. Didn't we elect the person so that they could be operating at a certain level of propriety, and essentially in secrecy? I mean, is that such a great surprise that if we all come together and choose the best of us, that we should trust them? That it's not really in our best interest for them to be telling everyone on TV exactly what they're planning on doing? But in terms of narratives will get old. People will stop being sensationalized. Narrative will no longer be sensational. People will stop being interested in it. They'll get tired of it. And this is a hint towards how humans where humans have their priorities in sense of what they'll give their attention to. So God, I'm finding really difficult to speak because I'm trying to dance around what I'm actually trying to say, so forgive me. But basically, to long story short, the current narrative that is being reported, that is very, very popular right now, will eventually not be interesting to people. For whatever reason, I'm not going to delve into that. But the new narrative will be much more sensational, probably the most sensational narrative that has ever been created. And it has been, the global public has been slowly but surely prepared to not absolutely lose their fucking minds when this happens. They'll still go crazy, and it will still capture the attention of everyone on the planet. And this is going to be the UFO agenda, the new UFO media platform, which is just going to be reporting on UFOs, reporting on aliens, and aliens will be the greatest scapegoat of all time. Governments of the world will be able to use UFOs and aliens to explain away absolutely any problem. They'll be able to reveal technologies. They'll be able to do great things and terrible things under the guise of aliens. Now, whether aliens exist or not, whether or not they've always been here, I would say that if they're here and they're intergalactic species, then there's absolutely no way that the rulers of this planet are human. and it's just not practical. It's just not practical whatsoever. But so I'm more inclined to believe that we either have alien overlords or aliens are just a giant psyop so that it'll be extremely easy to justify almost absolutely anything, because with aliens, or really rather with a source, a separate source that is seemingly uncontrolled, that is a source of tremendous technology and essentially magic. It's basically magic and science. It's science fiction, and with science fiction becoming reality, it blows the doors off of anything anyone would accept. And you can understand why people, up until just recently, wouldn't have been able to wrap their head around this. And all you have to do is look at who benefits. Who benefits from these policies? Don't look at what they say. Just look at the byproduct of all this. Just look at the byproduct, and you'll be able to, it will reveal the true agenda. It will reveal a much greater reality as to why things are happening, because nothing is at face value. Everything has more to it than what you see. You got to dig a little bit deeper. Think outside the box.